Welcome back to the Dispute.a podcast. I'm Paul. This is episode 16. Pre-legal rental dispute resolution is the structured attempt to resolve a tenancy disagreement before anyone files a case. A documented demand, a defined response window, and an honest read on whether your position holds. It is the step before you file, not a substitute for filing. In Dubai, most rental disagreements end at this step because most disagreements never needed a judgment. They needed a decision. Words matter here. So let's be precise about this one. Pre-legal is not a softer word for legal, and it is not a way of avoiding the courts. It is a stage, the stage that comes first. Every mature legal system in the world expects it. In England, it is the letter before action, and the courts penalise parties who skip it. In the United States, it is the demand letter. Across Europe, mandatory conciliation. The idea that you attempt structured resolution before you litigate is not a sales pitch. It is how disputes are supposed to move everywhere. Dubai agrees. When you file a rental case here, the rental disputer center does not send you straight to a judge. Your case goes first to a settlement stage, where the center itself tries to resolve the matter before it is adjudicated. Sit with that for a moment. The forum that decides rental disputes in this city has built resolution into its own front door. The RDC decides disputes. Most disagreements don't need deciding, they need resolving. So this series is not going to tell you the RDC is a place to avoid. It is the correct forum for rental cases in Dubai. It works, and two of the next 14 episodes will tell some of you to go there directly, or to go nowhere at all. What this series owns is a narrower question. Whether your disagreement needs to become a case in the first place. A word on who this is for, because rental content usually picks a side, and we are not going to. The sequence is chair-agnostic. A tenant holding a defective eviction notice, and a landlord holding three bounce checks have precisely the same three branches in front of them, and this series takes both chairs seriously. Episode 24 belongs entirely to the landlord's position. Disputes are relationships under load, and a desk that only ever argues one side of the tenancy isn't reading positions. It is recruiting. Here is what a structured attempt actually is, because the phrase gets used loosely. It is four things, done in order. A position read. Someone who does this daily tells you what your position actually is, not what you hope it is. An evidence check, what your file proves, and what it doesn't. One structured resolution letter, the document that states your position, cites the law it rests on, sets a defined response window, and names the next step, and an honest outcome. Recommendation, including, when the file says so, the recommendation to stop. The work described above is what a pre-legal desk does. Dispute.a operates one at a fixed AED, 2,499, plus VAT. The details are on the site. The next episode is the arithmetic of that number against the cost of filing. For now, only its shape. For most Dubai tenancies, the attempt is priced below the cost of filing. It is the only branch where the number goes down. Which brings us to the sequence this whole series hangs on. 3 steps. Attempt structured resolution at a fixed fee below the cost of filing. If resolution fails, file properly. And if the honest answer is that neither is worth doing, walk away. The order is not. Decoration, escalation is irreversible, and resolution attempts are not. You can always file after try and resolve. You cannot unfile. Every episode that follows is one of those branches examined in detail: eviction notices, rent increases, deposits, maintenance, early exits, the landlord's side of all of it. Different facts, same sequence. One principle underwrites all 3 branches, and it will recur. Match the size of your response to the size of your certainty. Full litigation on an unassessed position is a large bet on an unknown hand, and paying a fixed fee to establish your certainty before you size them bet is not caution. It is competence. Poker players know this instinctively. Disputing parties forget it the moment they feel wronged. One promise before we start, and we will keep it in writing. Over the next 14 episodes, at least one will tell you that a valid eviction notice is valid, and your best move is to negotiate time, not to fight. One will tell you the RDC's own process is all you need, and you should keep your money, ours included. And one is entirely about walking away. That is not generosity. A desk that has an answer for everyone is selling the answer, not reading your case. The honesty is the product. Escalation is a decision, not a default. 15 episodes from now, we want that sentence to be the first thing you think when a tenancy goes wrong in either chair, tenant, or landlord. Next episode, there. Numbers. What filing actually costs, what the attempt costs, and the exact rent level where one becomes cheaper than the other.